Hey guys, this is Dinosaur and today I'll be showing you guys a couple of my earlier sketches or drawings. So these are actually the earliest drawings I still have from myself. And I really wanted to make this video for a while now, but I just didn't really, I couldn't really find the right time. And I figured this would be the right time because I didn't really feel like drawing and I didn't really feel like making a video. So I just decided why not try and do something different. So yeah, so before we're gonna get into the video, a lot of people that watch my videos are not subscribed yet. I mean, like, loads of people aren't. So if you aren't subscribed yet, but you do watch a lot of my videos, please consider to subscribe because it really helps me out a lot. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video. Hey guys, this is Dinosaur and today I'll be showing you guys my oldest drawings that I still have. I have kept these kind of in a box for a very long time, so there's a lot of dust and I'm not sure what happened, but I mean, like, I think I got this this drawing sketchbook when I was let's see, I think I was like can't really remember, but I think I was at an age of between 7 and 9 years old when I got this sketchbook, and these two are my first ever sketchbooks that I ever got, except for the ones that I got from school. And there's still a lot of dust on them, as you can see, and the edges of my pages, I mean, like, it's just the dust is kind of like engraved into the pages for some reason, because of you can see that it's just barely holding up, it's just falling apart. So I decided to do something different for once because I didn't really feel like drawing a lot. I'm going through a kind of a hard time at the moment, so it's a little bit hard for me to find the right motivation to just start drawing, and that's why I just decided to do this, because it's a lot easier at the moment, and I think it's a little bit more interesting to do this. So yeah, let's go to the first page. But before we're gonna get into the rest of the video, it seems like a lot of people that watch my videos are not subscribed yet. So please, if you like my videos and you don't want to miss any of my videos, or you just want to look at a lot of my videos, then please consider to subscribe because it helped me out a lot. So the first drawing I ever, like, the oldest drawing that I have till this day. Let's see if I can do this in such a way that, oh no, I have to lift it up a little bit. I'll show it to you when I got it right. Alright, so as you can see, there's a lot of, like, a little bit of dirt and everything. Not sure where that came from, but like I said, I wasn't really I didn't really care about preserving my drawings, because in my opinion at the time I was just gonna get better and better, and my older drawings wouldn't really matter that much anymore. So no reason to preserve them for me at the time. But now that I still have them and I'm a little bit older, yeah, it's a little bit more fun to preserve the drawings that you did from years ago. So I think I was between 7 and 9 years old when I drew this one, and as you can see, a lot of erasing. It doesn't really look, the proportions and everything, it doesn't really look right. The perspective, like, it's almost like this is a dead dinosaur hanging from a tree or something, but I mean, like, there are a lot of dead dinosaurs right here. This is all inspired by the documentary from BBC, Walking with Dinosaurs. I was a really big fan of that movie at the time, or I mean, like, it was like there were a couple of it was a series, I guess, of a couple of films. It was a dinosaur documentary. So if you haven't watched it yet, I really wanna push you guys to watch it. It's a really good recommendation. So let's go to the next drawing. I'll have to pick my sketchbook up again to let's see. All right. Well, it seems like I cannot really get it right the way that I want it, but it's already folded this way, so oh wait, maybe I can. It's working. So this is my next drawing, which is also inspired by the BBC documentary Walking with Dinosaurs. So as you can see, these are just some diplodocuses walking around, a couple of mountains in the background, a tree, which is actually the branches look like lightning strikes, and this is supposed to be some kind of a plant, but I mean, like, yeah, I was very young at this stage, and I kind of like it, to be honest. It's not, like I said, it's not one of the best drawings that I made, but it is pretty cool to see what I was capable of when I was about that age. I'm pretty sure that a lot of you guys that are subscribed or aren't subscribed are a lot better at age 9 to I don't know what than how good as I was at the time. So that just means that if you put a lot of work into your drawings and you keep practicing, you will get a lot more better than I am right now. Alright, so let's move on. Alright, so yeah, it's a little bit hard to get this right. So over here we have a horse. Not sure if you can really see that very well. There's still a lot of dust and everything and dirt. Maybe because I had dirty fingers or something, I'm not sure, but I think because my sketchbook doesn't really close too well, I guess this happens somehow. Let's see, because I think, wait a second, so basically I believe that what I'm seeing right now is that I showed you guys the wrong sketchbook, but I'm not sure. Well, I think this is no, this is number 1. This is the first one I ever got, and this is the second one. So yeah, this is a horse. I copied it from a picture at the time, and yeah, you can see that the proportions aren't really good, but yeah. So let's move on to the next one, and this is a horse that I actually accidentally drew upside down. And yeah, there's a lot of dirty spots everywhere. I mean, like, I was a kid and I was enjoying life, playing outside every day, and coming inside drawing without washing your hands. This is what happens. So if you watch this video, please wash your hands before drawing, because this will happen to your drawings. So I accidentally drew it upside down, but I'm pretty happy with the way that this horse looks. It was also copied from a photograph. Well, let's not talk about this head. That's just I don't even have words for it. It almost looks like almost looks like his face is as flat as it can be. It's a pancake or something. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with the shape and everything of the horse, but yeah, the person on top of it is just, yeah, not too good. So let's move on. Yeah, it's a little bit hard to get everything to flip all the pages. So yeah, this is actually a drawing that I did which in which I try to copy my mom and my sister from a photograph, and yeah, it doesn't really look too good. It looks really terrible. You can't even see the head. I hope you can see it this way. I'm not even I'm not sure if you could see the horse, but I hope you could. I think you could. So now let's move on to a monkey that I did. So yeah, so here you can see a monkey sitting in the middle of the forest, holding a baby monkey, and again the branches look like lightning strikes. So yeah, let's move on. So there were some, yeah, this is a little bit too graphical, I think, for this video, but I've got another one. This is a drawing that I did without a reference of Jesus hanging on the cross, because I am a religious, well, I am a Christian, and I was really inspired by a lot of stories that I heard, and that's why I actually drew this particular drawing. So I don't think you can really see everything right. I'll just raise my camera a little bit, or just, yeah, I'll have to raise it a little bit so you guys can see it a little bit better. And there are coffee stains on my pages, on my drawings and everything. There are all kinds of strange. Oh, I can't raise my camera more, so I have to. Alright, I had some technical difficulties right there, but yeah, like I said, there are coffee stains and everything on my drawings, and not really sure what this even is, but I think it's paint or something. But yeah, let's move on. Yeah, this is another drawing that I made of the Passion of the Christ. Well, actually, first we get to see my mother's version that she drew at the time, and at this point I was like about 12 years old or something, I think. Yeah, this is the drawing that my mother did from the Passion of the Christ, and this is the drawing that I made, which is pretty graphical for such an age, I guess. And it's really hard to like switch to the next page, but I'm not sure if you can really see it. I'll have to watch my video camera. Alright, I mean like my phone. Yeah, you can see it very clearly. This is a drawing that I did. And like I said, I was about 12 years old at this point. Well, actually, or was I? Not really sure. I don't think I was 12, actually, to be honest, because when I was about... This is all drawn before I watched Jurassic Park, and I watched Jurassic Park when I was 8 or 9, and I watched The Passion of the Christ a little bit later. But like before I watched Jurassic Park, I used to watch Walking with Dinosaurs every single day, and this is also a drawing that I did from the documentary series Walking with Dinosaurs. I guess that we had a what do you call that? And like a tape or something that you can put into a box, and you could watch a movie that way. I'm not really sure what it's called. It's a couple of like 3 letters or something, but I can't remember what it is. But you have like a case for it, and there's like the photo of the movie that you're watching, and that's actually the reference that I used for the Passion of the Christ drawing. So now we move on to a drawing that I did of my dog, which sadly passed away a couple of years ago, but at the time I saw him laying on the ground, and I just decided to draw him, because I heard from a lot of different artists that it's good to draw from real life, and I tried, and I think for the time, for this particular time period, I believe I did a pretty good job. Alright, so now we still have to... Yeah, there are still a lot of Walking with Dinosaurs drawings. Like this one. Diplodocus laying her eggs in sort of a hole that she dug with a couple of trees, and well, fortunately these branches do not look like lightning strikes, so that's a little bit of an improvement. But as you can see, I just erased this head like 20 times or something, and the paper, and this is pretty thick paper, as you can see, it's really thick paper, so I don't know how I managed this, but I erased it so many times that the paper started to tear, and yeah, that's actually what happened. So, another drawing from the movie, or the documentary, Walking with Dinosaurs. And this is a Ornithogyrus or something, which was thought at the time to be one of the largest flying reptiles. It is now thought that it is a little bit smaller than they actually portrayed in the actual documentary, but in my opinion it looks pretty awesome, pretty good for the time being that this was a time where I wasn't too good at drawing, and especially in perspectives. So now let's move on to a Triceratops or a Torosaurus. Not sure which one this is, but also from a front viewing perspective, and it looks terrible. But it's really funny to like see this almost like 16 to 18 years later. It's really funny. By the way, I really like to try something, and I'm not really sure if you guys will like it, but I want to try to redraw all those drawings and make a video of it. So basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this drawing and I'm gonna draw it in my improved kind of like 20 years later or something. Well, not 20 years later literally, but just make it better and improve it. I'd really like to try it, so please let me know in the comments if you haven't skipped till the end. Please let me know in the comments what you think about this idea, and if you'd like me to do this. So let's move on. Alright, so this was drawn from my imagination, from my head, and I'm pretty happy with it, because we can see here the head of a Stegosaurus and the head of an Allosaurus, and this looks pretty accurate to the one in the actual documentary, and the Stegosaurus as well. So I was really happy with the way that it looked, but I wouldn't be able to replicate this until lots of years later. I mean, like consistently, if you know what I mean. So at this point I started to draw more, and at this point I started to improve a little bit, and I started to get better at copying images. So this is a Liopleurodon. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right in English, but my documentary was actually Dutch, so in my own language. But this is a Liopleurodon, and I'm really happy with the way it looks. It's really accurate to what the actual picture looked like, and I was really proud of this particular drawing. So yeah, so let's move on. This is also a drawing which I wasn't really too proud of it, but I mean, like, it was more accurate than most of my drawings before this one. And this is actually a drawing that I also copied from a picture, which is a Ichthyosaurus giving birth to a baby, and this is a mammal. So well, I'm not really sure if it is a mammal, but I am sure that in the documentary it would give life birth. And I'm not sure if this is an ichthyosaurus, but it's ichthyosaurus-like. So, let's move on again. I can't remember the name of this one. Let's see. Can't really remember the name of this one. But it doesn't really look too good. It is kind of hunting ammonites and stuff. It's supposed to be underwater. It's not a flying thing. It's just swimming, but it doesn't really look too good. So yeah, it's not really much detail indicating that it is swimming. So now we move on to a orca. Well, I mean like a killer whale. Well, orca is also correct, I think. This is a killer whale that I drew from a well, there was a book and there were a lot of animals in that book, and there was like it showed you how to draw stuff like a killer whale. So what you would do is you would draw a circle here, then you would draw a bigger circle here, and then you would draw an oval right here, and then like you just put the things together, and that way you would get an orca. So this looks good, but it's not really too much of skill involved, so it's not like well, it's not too hard to do this in comparison with all my other older drawings. So now we're gonna move on to a drawing that I did, and I was really proud of it, and I still am. Not sure if you can see everything. Let's see. No. So just for the record, the tail's on this page, but I'm just gonna flip the page and show you guys my first ever accurate T-Rex drawing. Well, it was accurate at the time. It just looked pretty accurate. So basically, I think at this time I did watch Jurassic Park, and I was a great fan of Jurassic Park then, and I still am actually. But I started drawing dinosaurs like this one from Jurassic Park, and I believe, I am not sure, but I believe this one was copied. I'm not sure which picture I used, but this one was copied, I think. And now we move on to my Spinosaurus drawing, my first ever, literally my first ever Spinosaurus drawing that I put in my sketchbooks. So again, the tail's on this page, but I'm just gonna flip it. So you can see the fin of the Spinosaurus. The head is way too big for the body, and it's looking up. And I think this one was I used a reference from Jurassic Park Operation Genesis. So yeah, all right. And I guess we're almost done with this sketchbook. I'll just flip through the pages a little bit quicker. So I've got a beach drawing, like something that I did, but I'm not gonna go into too much information. So I've got another one that I copied from a picture. This is the Death Star, and this is an TIE fighter that I drew, which are really bad. I mean, like the Death Star does look a little bit cool, but this one is just, I mean, like the perspective is way off and everything. It doesn't really look good. And then we get to another TIE fighter, which looks a little bit better. Perspective looks a little, ooh, I almost dropped it, a little bit better. And yeah, overall it just looks a little bit better. So now we have a Jedi Starfighter right here, which I colored as well. Also, it looks a little bit better. Perspective, it could be better, but at the time it was pretty cool. So at this time I was a great fan of Star Wars, which I still, well, I wouldn't say I'm still such a big fan as I was when I was little, but I still do like Star Wars. By the way, I am dyslexic, so my spelling is way off every single time. Every time when you see me like putting some text around my drawings, I misspell something. So don't sweat about it too much, but I mean, like, we're here for the drawings. So this is Darth Vader's helmet, and this is his lightsaber, which is pretty cool, to be honest, and it still looks pretty straight. But now we get to Luke Skywalker, and yeah, I guess I should just keep quiet and let you guys see. And yeah, I mean, like, the perspective is way off. The lightsaber is like, it's a curved line, so it doesn't really, it's not really straight. And then there's this terrible design for a for a Star Wars ship. Yeah. So I don't know if you know Balto, but at the time I also love to look at the movie called Balto, and this is a drawing that I copied from the case of the like VSH or something. I'm not sure about if it's right what I'm saying now, but I think it was a VSH. In Holland we call it something different, but yeah. So Balto, we're almost through the first one. I'm not sure how long I'm recording for. 25 minutes only. That's not too long, to be honest. So, oh wait, this is the last one. So this was my first ever sketchbook. My first ever. Like my oldest recorded drawings that I still have. Well, not recorded, but you know, I mean, like the oldest drawings that I have a record of. Let's say it like that. Alright, so then I got this sketchbook, which was exactly the same sketchbook, but just a little bit newer. So let's put this one away. So, my first drawing is actually so much like eraser stuff on my desk. Let's put this one below it, because so all right, so you still have something to look at. Yeah, it's really dirty because I draw a lot, but I don't really like to clean it up afterwards. So yeah, so this is the first one on this sketchbook, and I think it looks pretty cool. This is a drawing of the Titanic sinking and actually breaking apart. At this point I started to look a little bit more at perspective and everything, and in between this sketchbook and this one, I also had a sketchbook on, like, in my school, which I used to sketch while being in school. Actually, I had to make homework in school, but I decided to draw, basically. And people didn't mind because they liked my drawings, so the teachers actually encouraged me to keep drawing and keep getting better, so that one day maybe I would be able to do something with my, well, quote, talents. I don't think it is a talent, drawing. Well, for some people it is, but for most people it's just a lot of practice and learning how to draw something. By the way, this is a drawing that someone else made. I'm actually gonna visit her this weekend, like tomorrow. I'll be there, and basically she used to be a great artist. She used to draw a lot, but then something happened and her eyesight got really bad and everything, and she stopped making art. And but this is actually one of the last, like, this is after her eyesight got really bad, and she just wanted to show her drawing skills to me, so she just did all this in, like, well, let's say 50 seconds, which is pretty amazing. I mean, like, you have to have some talent to do this. Well, like I said, Mostly it's not talent, but just a lot of practice. So right here we have a drawing of a T-Rex right here, facing a Stegosaurus, and there appears to be something like a river in between them. I'm not really sure if you can see it really well, but the dinosaurs are covered in scales, really tiny scales. And this is also a reference from Jurassic Park, obviously. So yeah. Alright, this is a Allosaurus. Well, let's first get this right. So it's really hard because I don't want to destroy my sketchbook, but I have to like get it right a certain way. So this is an Allosaurus that I never actually finished. Well, yeah, like I said, like it says Allosaurus with one L, and it's supposed to be two. So yeah, that's evidence of my dyslexic spelling capabilities. So this is an Allosaurus eating a Diplodocus. Like I said, I never finished it. I wasn't really happy with the way that everything looked, and yeah. Alright, so I don't know if you know who this is, but this is a like a martial arts actor at the time that I was a really big fan of. His name is Jet Li, and this is a copy of his face from a movie that I had of him, which is a movie about him being in a time where the Chinese people still they had a bald head, and at the middle of the head the hair still grew, but it was like what do you call it again? They had a really long like when you intertwine the hairs and everything, and you just fold them in between each other, and you just have those braided thing. Well, not sure what to call it, but it was a very long piece of hair. But I really liked it, and this does have a date. I'm not sure if you can see this, by the way. Yeah, this does have a date on it, January 16, 2012. So that's almost like 10 years ago. About 10 years ago. Yeah, that's a pretty long time. So I'm just gonna lay this one down right there because I don't want to damage it, and let's look at this one. So this was actually also something that I copied from Jurassic Park. I think you all know what this scene is if you can see the drawing very well. Yeah, you should be able to tell what this scene actually is. So yeah, put that one aside as well, and let's see if there are other... No, that's alright. Alright, so let's move on. So this is a drawing that I redid. So it's an extremely accurate copy of a drawing that I made, but it's just a little bit bigger and better. Like it's a little bit darker and everything. But I made a very realistic drawing that was like the original, and it was the exact same drawing but just a little bit smaller on a normal piece of paper. And this was in 2013. So at this point I started to get a lot better at drawing. I actually, at that time, I also stopped drawing for a very long time. Which is actually why this sketchbook is like there's such a great gap of time in between a lot of drawings. But yeah, 2013, and this is a copy of a drawing that I was really proud of at the time, because I didn't use any reference. I just drew this from memory. Alright, let's move on. Alright, so next page is empty, but we're just gonna switch to the one behind that one after that one. So I'm not sure what this actually is. I guess I was sketching a dinosaur, and at that time I started to draw dinosaurs more like this perspective, and this is actually a perspective which Crash McGreary used a lot on the Jurassic Park concept art or illustrations. I'm not really sure, but like you can only see one leg because the other one is exactly behind it, and I just started trying to draw the other leg and the other arm in, but I didn't really like it, so I just put a big cross through it. Alright, so the next one is going to be the Diplodocus again, but much better than the first few that you saw. So this is a Diplodocus. It's a really quick sketch, I suppose, but it's just much better. The proportions starting to get more better and everything. So yeah, and by the way, I started doing YouTube, I believe in 2014. So this is getting pretty close to the time where I started to do my first YouTube video. But my first YouTube video was actually a little bit like, I think it was a little bit before I drew this one, and it's also in a different sketchbook. Like, it's not in a sketchbook, but in a map or something like where I can keep my drawings. So this is a Brachiosaurus. Again, proportions starting to get really good for me at the time being. I really like this one. I never really put shadow onto it because it was a sketch, and I didn't really want to waste too much time on just doing sketches. Just wanted to learn. So this is a T-Rex, or it's not a T-Rex, I guess, because it has more than 2 fingers, but it looks really bad, and yeah, wasn't really happy with it, so I just put a big cross right next to his head. Alright, so now we have a colored version, which I actually colored with watercolor and some colored pencils. 2016. So I actually did a little bit more YouTube at the time being, and at this time I just started to sketch a lot. So the next one is empty, next page, but we're just gonna skip ahead. Yep. So again, not really happy with the way that everything looked, and yeah, big cross next to it. But this is actually these are a couple more drawings that I did a little bit more recently, and this is actually one that I did, well, a long time ago, but then I started drawing this, and that was a little bit more recent. So this is actually not supposed to be here, but yeah. Alright, so now we get to see a sketch of a Triceratops. I should have put a little bit more lower on the page so that you could see the horns and everything. But yeah, my opinion, it looks pretty awesome. It looks really good. I really like it still till this day. Alright. So at this point I started to draw, and this is a very old one, by the way. I started to draw a Spinosaurus. This was, I think it was in 2015 or 14 when I drew this one. And I started to draw the head of a Spinosaurus with a lot of detail, with ink actually. And I decided to, well, actually it started off with just pencil, and then I went over it with ink. It looks really cool, but I never really finished it, so yeah. Okay, this was again, this is going to be a little bit more recent, like 2016, and this is the neck of a diplodocus, and in my opinion it looks really cool. I don't think that it's supposed to be this dark, but it looks pretty cool. Pretty cool sketch or drawing. Yeah. And at this point I also decided to do a very quick sketch, but I think you are a talented person if you can make up this drawing, if you can see what's happening. So basically, this is some sort of crocodile wading in the water, and then this is a long-necked dinosaur which wanted to take a sip of water but got attacked by the crocodile. And I guess we are almost finished with the drawings, but this is also a more, well, not too recent, but a couple of years ago that I drew this. A couple of trees, the long-necked dinosaurs eating from the top of the trees, and then there's a pterodactyl flying right there. And let's see, because I think there is nothing more in this sketchbook. Yep, the rest of it is empty. So yeah, those are basically my old drawings, like the first ones I ever did. And I wanted to do this video for a very long time now, but I never really got to the right moment to do this video. I mean, but I think this was a great opportunity to try and show you guys all of my older sketchbooks. Well, two of my older sketchbooks. So like I said, I'm going through a hard time at the moment, and it's not really easy at the moment, so it might be that my videos might come like a couple of days later than normal. Normally I would just upload them Saturday, but yeah, today, today I would upload them today, but well, my schedule and everything is off. Normally I would have made a drawing yesterday, and then I would edit it today and then release it today as well, but now, well, yeah, you know how it goes. So I hope you liked the video. Leave a like and comment below what you think about the video and the drawing in general, and don't forget to subscribe, and let me know, by the way, let me know in the comments below if you would like to see me draw some of these drawings, to redo them. And if you would like me to do that, please let me know which one of those drawings you would like to see me try to redo. So yeah, leave a like, comment below what you think about the video and the drawing, not the drawing, all the drawings in general, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you won't miss a single video. So this was Dinosaur Drawer, and goodbye.